Wow, that's crazy that it's 10 a.m. already in Australia, Bob. So crazy. You guys are so far ahead of us. Copper Top, hello. Jane, I believe is your name. Hello. Yes, Rach, I've got my smoothie. I dream of it every time I go running. Anytime I'm like, oh my God, I want to be done, I just think about the smoothie that's waiting for me. Sometimes it's a pain to make it beforehand. And I'm like, oh, I just want to get out the door, get this done ASAP. But having it just like chill, having this chilled in your fridge waiting for you is so nice. And I featured it on my channel. It was like one of the first food videos that I did this year. It's a recipe from the Run Fast Eat Slow cookbook, and I featured that cookbook a lot of times on my channel. I love it. Yeah, definitely do it. Honestly, like I feel like making your food, like making your meal, making your drink, making your treat before you head out for your workout makes it extra motivating to just like do your workout because you're like, okay, I earned this meal. I get to replenish once I'm done. So that's like a little hack that I've discovered. Copper Top is on point. Number one supporter alongside Bob Hanks. And a few others, I should say. You can come over here, Rach. I was so desperate because, as some of you saw, I meal prepped on Sunday of last week heading into this one. And one thing I'll say, one downside of running, I mean, I do it because I feel great when I run regularly. But one struggle is that you're always hungry. And I feel like no matter how much I meal prep on the weekend, over the weekend leading into the next week, I always wipe out my meals before Friday. Like, for example, all the meals that I made on Sunday last week, I finished off by last night, which was Wednesday night. And I was like, well, yes, I am burning through calories faster than if I wasn't doing any exercise. And that's not, in my opinion, not a good reason to not exercise. But it's just like today, I was like, okay, I have to run, but I also want food afterwards because I need to like eat something. And so for lunch today, I just decided to go to Chipotle because I was desperate. I was busy at work. I was so hungry. And I had nothing really in my fridge aside from like carrots, like really light snacky food things. Ooh. Yeah, Rach, you should come over. I'm literally just hanging out tonight. I'm editing for tomorrow's video and eating Indian food. Ooh, is it Dancing Ganesha from Wednesday? Well, no. God, I'm losing track of the days. This would have been on Monday. So for those of you who don't know, Rachie and I, our dad is going back to his home country of Ethiopia next Friday, so in about a week. And it was his 66th birthday this week on Monday. And I just had it in my head that Rachie and I, like our family, we should do like a send-off dinner evening next week before he goes. I don't know what time he's flying out next Friday. I should know. But I was thinking like Wednesday night might be good because I feel like Thursday, you know, he's going to be doing last minute stuff during the day, packing in the evening, wants to get good sleep. And then Friday, you know, you don't want to do anything the day of your flight. So, oh, you ordered it. Oh, nice. I just assumed it was Dancing Ganesha. Oh my God, he leaves at 4 a.m. I don't know if I'm ever going to return to those days, like in my 20s. Traveling on a budget, I look back with great fondness because it's like, okay, I got like no cash. How can I travel? I'm going to stay in the cheapest hostel, catch a flight at 4 a.m., have a 10-hour layover overnight at an airport where I'm based. I remember sleeping in an airport with my friend because we're like, this is the cheapest option. And it's a horrible like length of time to be stuck in an airport where you can't just sit and read a book or like go to a restaurant. So I don't think there's any more early morning flights in my future unless I really, really have like a compelling reason to get on one. Yeah. I mean, Rach, you could just come over here and be in my live. That works too. I'm just going to be stretching, eating, and working on stuff later tonight once I'm off my live. Rach, I was thinking it would be so fun to do a live or a video or both where like you are giving me hair tips because I mean, it's still a work in progress and I could cook like vegan food for you. So we could like use our channel focuses for each other. Just an idea. Oof. So I am not naturally flexible at all. And it's a lifelong goal of mine. Well, I should say like a bucket list item to be able to do all 3 splits. So right leg forward, left leg forward, and middle splits. And I feel like I'm probably just going to have to stretch at least 30 minutes every day to make some kind of progress. So, and I try to stretch every time I go, like after I go for a run, just so that my muscles have a chance to like, I don't know, recover. I also have like a foam roller thingy here. So it's kind of like kneading dough. I try to just roll out my leg muscles so they have like, I don't know, a chance to settle, I guess, after a run. So yeah, I like stretching afterward instead of just like jumping into the shower and moving on with my next activity. So many collaboration possibilities, Rakwish. So like I was saying earlier, I was, how far did I run today? I ran 8 miles today. I enjoy long distance running. I run marathons, but other distances too. And my goal for running, like my bucket list item, is to qualify for the Boston Marathon. So I am just trying to run consistently, like decent mileage, 6 days a week if I can. Okay, can you heat up a paper Dixie plate? in my experience, yes. I have not had any issues with a paper Dixie plate. If it's like, I mean, I'm guessing your question is like if there's maybe metal components or like plastic, but yeah, if it's a paper disposable plate, you should be able to microwave it. It might just get a little soggy if your food starts to steam. So after my run this evening, I got done and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to not knock out. I need food because I don't have enough food at home. So I actually ran and got groceries after my run. I got like this chocolatey granola that was on sale at my grocery store. I got these gluten-free rice crackers. And then I also got some of this Bubba's hummus. Bubba's hummus zesty za'atar. I've never had this variety. Actually, in my tuna salad episode, which I've been doing like shorts of this week and posted the long video on Monday, that recipe had this brand of hummus, but like garlicky and onion. And I saw za'atar and I was like, oh, okay. I like za'atar as the spice, so I'm just going to try this hummus. Plastic plate. I don't know. I just assumed Dixie, I think like disposable paper plate. So, I don't know. Jury's out on that one, Rach. Yeah, I really like Bubba's. I used to only buy Holy Land or Sabra's, but I started to see this one in the hummus section where the other ones are, and I was like, cute. I don't know. The flavors are nice. I don't know if it's local. Oh my God, it is local. It's made in Burnsville, Minnesota, which is a suburb south of like Minneapolis and St. Paul. Copper Top, Jane, if you're still here, I'm guessing it's like after midnight your time. If it's because it's like 7:12 p.m. here in Minnesota, and we're the same time zone as like Chicago, maybe Austin too, in Texas. I think you guys are like 6 hours ahead of us. Oh my gosh, 1:13 a.m. That's crazy. Oh my goodness. I love my night owls. Yes. Jane, where is it in the UK that you live? I've only ever been to London and Oxford. But I have this like dream of doing like a 2-month like UK tour where I just go the whole way up, Scotland, Ireland, Wales, full circle. I'm just obsessed with the UK. Sheffield. Oh my God, Sheffield United. Woohoo. I think they got relegated though in the Premier League. Ooh, Ecclesfield? Cool. Is Sheffield like what is that? Is it like in the southern part of the UK? I'm so bad at knowing where cities are. Like I know the big cities in the UK primarily through Premier League soccer, but I couldn't put them on a map. Howdy y'all. It's now 10:14 a.m. on Friday. Well, happy Friday to you, Bob. We're almost there over here, kind of. We're just talking about the UK and where different cities are. Oh my gosh. Oh, the UK. The best the best Indian meal I've ever had in my whole life. I had in London with a friend. They actually gave us each roses at the end of our meal, so it was very charming. Middle upper above Birmingham, but before Leeds in the center of the UK. Cool. Oh, the UK. If I could be a dual citizen, it would either be dual citizen of, I would never give up my US passport, but it would either be dual with Canada or dual with the UK. Rach, I'm guessing you mean what I ordered at the Indian restaurant. I think it was some kind of veggie medley, either like like aloo gobi or God, like a biryani. It was one of those are my go-tos usually. I think you would get fed up with our weather, but I would. That's the one thing I have thought so many times about. Well, even in like when I was in London, I've been to London a few times, and I think the weather was perfect every time. But I feel like the stereotype is that it's always cloudy and it's like super rainy, which I don't mind the rain. My hair doesn't do great in the rain because like any kind of moisture and it just poofs everywhere. But I really struggle with like endless cloudy days and no sunshine. Like here in Minnesota, right now it's summertime and we have plenty of sunshine. And most like in the fall we get a lot of sunshine, spring it's like decently sunny, but oh my gosh, in the winter time, like I can go a couple of days without seeing sun, but there are times where it feels like weeks go by and all it is cloudy days and I'm like it's just I feel like my energy completely drops when I don't see the sun. Mhm. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I love the UK. I love it. I mean, I haven't been to much of the UK, but oh, actually, ooh, they would be mad if I said this because they are not part of the UK. But I have been to Dublin and like the Cliffs of Moher, so like parts of rural Ireland. Minnesota prepares you for most weather types, right? Because I feel like if you can deal with all four types, I feel like we get four true seasons here. It's like, in the summertime, we get up into the 100 degrees. I mean, I know for like Jane and Bob, you guys use Celsius, not Fahrenheit, but it gets so hot in the peak of summer here. But we also get like polar temperatures in the winter. So, and then like spring and fall are kind of like in between those extremes. I love all of them. I love the hot summer. I mean, not really the super hot summer days, but I love summer here. I love winter. I think if you really hate winter and you don't want to deal with snow and extreme temperatures and driving on ice with your car, I would say maybe not Minnesota because you're just going to have to deal with that every year of your life, pretty much. I'm looking to go to England next year in November to enjoy a cold season because the summers here are getting worse. I love the rain and cold. Yeah, me too. Yeah. So I would say the reasons why I love winter. There's so many. I think it's really pretty. I love the snow. I love that because I'm a night person, so I tend to stay up, 11, 12, 1 a.m. I love the fact that outside, the snow kind of reflects and keeps things still like visible and light at nighttime. I also love the fact that winter kind of kills off the bugs, and like we just don't have these really scary spiders, really scary monster bugs that are in like more tropical areas because they just can't survive in a colder environment like in Minnesota. And another reason why I love the winter is I get really bad allergies in the spring and the summer when like all the weeds, all the flowers are just like there's like pollen everywhere, there's seeds, there's cottonwood, and it's like I can deal with them with my allergies, but winter is a nice like reprieve from all the pollen, ragweed, seeds, everything. Some friends who live in the South and they were shook that I've never had roaches in my house. Oh, I know. I know. That's the thing is like, I really think that winter gets a bad rap because it's uncomfortable, but also I think if you just dress properly, like you add 2 layers to an outfit that you'd wear maybe like in the fall or just, in a chilly season, I think you can really handle it here. You just have to make the effort to buy proper shoes, proper socks, close that layer. Yeah, and like a hat and a scarf. If you can just kind of keep yourself covered and warm, it's doable. Yeah, I will always love winter. But yeah, the absence of like the really scary bugs and critters in general, oof, like I was watching this YouTuber and she lives in like Florida or somewhere in the southern area of the US. And in her vlogs, I've seen like lizards, snakes, gators. I don't mind. I mean, it's like they kind of hang out in their swampy areas, but it's just like you see these bugs, you see spiders, oh my gosh. Oof, yeah. I will take cold, snow, wintry days like 10 times out of 10 over tropical critters. Oh my gosh, Copper Top. That is so true. I feel like such a girl when I'm like, I just like growing up. So Rachie and I, we would have bugs in our basement, and we would always call to our dad to go and like get these bugs. And he does not care at all. He's not scared by bugs. And I mean, he grew up in Africa, and by his stories, he just would see all kinds of crazy, massive snakes, cobras, just horrible, horrible things that would just scare me. So we'd be like, "Oh my gosh, Dad, come in, kill this bug for us, kill this," And he would never actually kill it. He would always capture it either with just his hands, or he would find some like, empty food container or Tupperware container and just would like box it in, cover it with his hand, and then just like very calmly take it up the stairs and put it outside in our backyard. God, I cannot. It's like I try not to kill critters. It's like, just because they look scary is not, in my opinion, is not a good enough reason to just completely smash them without thinking. But also, like the other day, there was a spider on my wall, and I was like, "Oh my God, I cannot do this." And I was like, "I don't want to kill it, but I'm not going to just leave it there because if I do, it's just going to be somewhere in my apartment if I let it out of my sight, and that's not fun." So I was able to trap it with a glass Tupperware container and box it and bring it outside. I was very proud of myself. It wasn't a very big spider, though. It was one of those like kind of white, transparent, like I don't know, maybe that big. Not if it had been like a thick brown spider, I don't know what I would have done. Because I just don't even like getting near them. Ugh. Yeah. It's such a dad thing to do. Oh my God. I'll never forget there was a centipede in our basement, and I think it's the number of legs freaks me out. I cannot visually handle that. And they move so fast too. It's so icky. And I remember seeing a centipede on the ceiling of our basement, called our dad to come and bring it outside, and he traps it in a Colgate toothpaste, like cardboard box. But then he comes over to where I am and he's like, want to say hi? And I'm just like, can you not do this? Like, it's like in my head as a kid, I'm like, that thing is going to come flying out of there. It's going to jump on my face. No. Ooh. Oh, that's a great idea. Yeah, it's like I would love to have some kind of method where you can trap them, but you're not going to hurt them. And it just like contains them and you can bring them outside. But minimal contact. I don't want any chance of it escaping and then crawling up my arm. Ugh, no. Mm-mm. I've never heard of a catcher stick before. My manager at my job, she has like sticky traps, but I think my guess is based on the fact that they're called sticky traps. I think they would probably kill the bugs because she had some kind of infestation with a plant, like a house plant. Somehow they got in and created a home and became like 1,000 bugs. So yeah, some kind of humane bug trap would be ideal. Mine is long, one of several. Yep. Oh, yeah. I cannot deal. I do not want any contact with bugs. Not at all. I think bugs are also, they're kind of a limiting factor on places I've thought about traveling where I look at the wildlife and I think, I kind of don't want to come across a bug like that. One time as a kid, I was dunking my hair and oh no. Nope. Oh my gosh. That is horrifying. I had the ickiest. Oh my goodness. This was so gross. So I was at my childhood best friend's cabin with her family, and it's like out at this large lake in Wisconsin, which is just a state that's east of Minnesota where I'm at. And we had been playing outside. Like we would just go out to her cabin, and then they have like pontoon boats, jet skis, all this just outdoor fun summer stuff. And I was walking back to the cabin to just use the bathroom and then come back out. And as I was walking up to the cabin, I felt like it felt like something had like fallen onto my head. And it's just, I was like, oh, maybe it's just like a leaf or something fell. And then I get into the cabin, I go into the bathroom and I turn on the light and I just see this black spider crawl down the side of my face and like onto my neck, and it like falls onto my shoulder, and I saw it in the mirror, and I was just like it was so gross, and it was like pitch black, dark, thick. It was so gross. And then it was in the bathroom. It like was cowering in a corner. And I was like, what do? I don't want to touch it. It was like a good size, like probably, I don't know, like the size of my nose maybe. And it was fast. It was thick. It was, oh my God. I try to use, I don't know. I think to myself, like, okay, you are literally like thousands of times the size of this thing. But ugh, they're so scary. I don't know. I don't think I'll ever be like calm around bugs. I can do like tiny bugs, tiny little spiders, like the little jumping spiders that are like a sliver. I'm like, you're super cute and you're harmless. But I think once you hit a certain size, no, I cannot deal. No way. Ooh, this tartar hummus is so good. It's both vegan and gluten-free. I was laying on my side. Ew. You manifested it, Rach. Oh my God, horrifying. Yeah. Some years ago, I was staying with my mom and stepdaughter. Oh my God. Ew. Oh no. Oh my God. Also, I'm one of those people where I can talk about anything and watch any kind of show or movie while I'm eating and nothing, like, I can't really think of a time where I saw something or heard something and suddenly didn't want to eat anymore. So I don't get grossed out while I'm eating because I'm like, oh, it's just a story. Ooh. Yeah, luckily, I've had few bug encounters in my life. I've never been stung by a bee before. And based on what people tell me, like how it feels, it sounds so, ugh. Like I hate the idea of a stinger in your skin and the throbbing sensation. And plus, I just am terrified of bees. So whenever anything is buzzing around me and I see that it's a bee, I just will like run away. Like I'll stand up and just leave the table or wherever I am. That's funny, Copper Top. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Yeah, the idea of being bitten. Yuck. Really only mosquito bites. I feel like those are like the main bug bite that I've ever had. Yep, so true, Rach. Yeah, if anything, maybe that would like make me have less of an appetite is if I'm watching a show and someone is like vomiting up something and they're just showing all of it in graphic detail, then it's kind of like, okay, that's gross because I'm eating and now this person on my show is getting sick. But I don't know. I feel like that really doesn't happen much on shows. That's like the only example I can think of where I might want to stop eating for a little bit. Stepdaughter. I don't have kids. It's step-parent. I can't watch anything with hoarders or any. Yeah. Yeah, I have a really tough time with needles and blood. I Really? Yep. The thing is, I can watch like scary movies, gory movies, true crime documentaries where they show you the crime scene photos if someone was killed. But it's something about like needles specifically. Ugh, it's kind of like medical situations that involve like blood and needles. I really don't like. I don't know why. Nasty hordes of clothes. Yeah. Yeah, there's certain things I can think of watching them, and they just gave me kind of like it's almost like you could like smell what you were watching, or it just gave you this like you're like, oh, that environment looks so gross. I can imagine what it would smell like and feel like standing in that room. Mm-hmm. Me too. Me too, Rach. Yeah. Oh my gosh, Copper Top. I have blacked out at least twice in my life, maybe 3 times from needles. So when I was 16, I went to go and get my ears pierced at a local shopping mall. And something about the piercing, the lady showed me it in the mirror after she'd just put in the earring. And I think it was like seeing the stud like go like through, it was like pierced through my skin. That just like freaked me out. And so I passed out in the mall. And then recently, I would say like a year or two ago, more like 3 years ago, actually, I was going in for routine like checkup, vaccinations, blood work, and they went to draw my blood. And the thing is, like, I've really tried to get better at this, where I have watched videos of IVs getting put in on YouTube. It's like I try to like expose myself, but I made the mistake of like looking, and also the nurse was really struggling. Like she was just literally digging around with her needle and like failing to find a vein. And so she literally kept stabbing my arm. And it was like a minute or two in, I was like, I can't deal with this. Like I can't like handle this anymore. 'Cause she's literally stabbing my arm over and over. It was too much. And so I was sitting down luckily in a chair, and I just had my arm out like this, and I just went like boop. My head just kind of like fell back on the wall, and I blacked out. It was not good. I hadn't. Oh yeah. Yep. Oh. Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh my gosh. Wow. That's so, yeah, I can remember that space so clearly. I mean, as an outsider, I loved your apartment, Rach, the old one that you were in, but I mean, I didn't have to live there. And I cannot imagine living and especially sleeping. I think that's the thing. That's like the key. Because I sleep really well, but it's like if you know that there's critters like crawling around and you can like hear them when you sleep, or you know they're there and you're wondering where they are, I would not be able to sleep at all. Because it's just like, it's like in my head, I wouldn't be able. It's like I wouldn't be able to just peacefully conk out for the night. I would be like, oh my God, where are they? What are they getting into? What are they eating? Did I put away all my food? Did I clean enough? Oof. Yeah, Jane, I would say I've only had one nurse I would call Vlad the Impaler. It just was so, she was like merciless. I feel like she did not feel bad for missing my vein like 5 times. And there were just like bruises and stuff. It was so bad. I feel like most people would be fine with it. Like they'd probably complain about it. But for someone like me who's just very not good with needles, those kind of nurses, I'm like, dude, this is why people don't go to the hospital. Because they're getting traumatized. Oh, Floor is Lava. Love the show, but would never want to live like that. Oh my God, mousies. The thing is, like, just from like a cuteness perspective and not in my home, I think mice and rats, I will say, are so cute, but it's like I know they're so germy, they're pests, they carry disease. Like, yes, there's many things that make them gross. So I'm like, you're so cute and little and just oh my God, but at the same time, it's so horrible having them in your own home. I've never had mice or rats or any like little kind of rodenty type of critters, but oh my God, I have had cockroaches in college, my senior year. It was bad. Oh, yep. Oh my gosh. What? I never knew that, Rach. Oh my gosh. That is like Floor is Lava. Or like Wipeout, like those types of shows where you have to like navigate. Oh my God. Yep. I remember that. Yeah. Ugh. Yeah. They're cute, but oh my God, no. You do not want them around. Little mousies. Yeah, I remember in college. So to be fair, my roommate and we were seniors, busy, like just I don't know, like we weren't the most clean. We're like, we'll keep it tidy, but we're not spending time like scrubbing and vacuuming up every little crumb that we drop on the floor. Well, of course, being on the ground floor of an old college building, I remember I could like hear at night the plastic garbage bag I had like a small garbage container just outside my room, like in our living area. And I just remember hearing at night, I could hear like the rustling or the kind of crunching of the plastic garbage bag. And I was like, oh my God, there is something in our trash. And it was food. I mean, it's like we weren't good about having a lidded trash bin, it was just an open container. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, Rach, it's like no worries, Copper Top. I have those days too where like the auto spelling is like it feels like it's trying to make me sound like a crazy person. I kid you not, I was trying to type like some completely different word and it literally spell check corrected to Hitler. And I was like, why would anyone ever type that? Why? Like, please don't. But Rachie, I was gonna say, I mean, it has made you like a meticulous cleaner because I feel like you learned the really hard way. Like, you would get punished. Well, it wasn't even your fault because even if you were clean, it was just the building was so old and built in a way where it couldn't keep out pests. That is one thing about living in a newer building. I feel like, I don't know, like these days, I'm sure there's so many ways they can build properties where they can seal things out, concrete, like just make it almost impossible for critters to like get in and then also travel between floors and between units. And I shouldn't even say this, so I'm going to knock on wood, but I have yet to see any critter. I mean, I think the one spider that I rescued and set free, that's like the only bug I can think of that I've seen in here. And then other times, I mean, like opening a screen door. Yeah, sometimes they'll get like trapped in between the two doors, but that's just because it's a way to get outside. Seeded batch loaf. Oh, my building was really old. Oh, wow. Yep. Yep. Oh my God. I know. I've wondered that, like, I tend to watch like old historical shows, um, set like anywhere from like the 1500s to like, last century, 1900s. And like part of me has, it's like you look at just like what passes for like a house or a shop or something, like if it's set in the 1700s or the 1800s, and I'm just like, oh my God, people living in those times, even in like the nicer like villages and like even like country estates, even like Downton Abbey, it's just like, I'm sure there were some nasty infestations because they didn't have the modern materials, the chemical sprays, or even just like the knowledge of how to, keep the critters away. Ugh. Yeah. I have lucked out. I think my worst experience to date was in college as a senior. But also they told us like it's an old building, cover your trash and don't leave like food, meals, snacks out in the open because even if you do for a little bit, they can smell that and they'll come. And we didn't. I mean, we weren't lazy. We were just busy and we just kind of did the minimal amount of cleaning to keep it tidy. But we just, because we were like, it's a dorm. We're going to be gone in a few months. Yeah, it is. It is a modern luxury to be able to keep the critters away. Ugh. On to nicer things, yes. On to something that's not bugs and rodents. To relax, I would say, I mean, I try to get a lot of sleep. I like sleeping. I've always been a good sleeper. So I think that really helps in general. Just I try to get like 8 minimum, but I really think I'm one of those people who's a 9 to 10 hour a night person. And I've noticed that the more I run, the more sleep I need to feel refreshed the next day, especially if it's a really long run. So getting a lot of sleep, regular sleep I feel like that kind of, I start my day relaxed because it's like I just was like, and I sleep very deeply and I have a lot of like really nice dreams too. So I feel like sleeping is kind of the baseline for relaxation. And then I like reading books. I have many on my bookshelf, a lot of them from college. And then like watching TV shows. And I am one of those people who loves to rewatch certain shows. I call them my comfort shows where it's like I can think of places I was in different years of my life, different ages, like just yeah, different chapters of my life. Watching certain shows. So like I've watched Game of Thrones like 4 or 5 times at this point. Downton Abbey at least 3 times. Rain. I kind of have this like rotation of favorites, and then I'll also venture out to like I don't know, kind of like one-off shows here and there. And then I like to get outside, get sunshine. Honestly, cooking like I love being in the kitchen for so many different reasons. And so when I was starting YouTube, I was like, I think I want to center this on health, but mostly food, cooking, vegan stuff, gluten-free stuff. Crafty. Oh my god, yeah. Yep. Yes. Handicraft stuff. It's not something I do regularly. It's kind of a special occasion thing, and it's not because I don't like it. I mean, there's so many things I do enjoy or would like to do, but I feel like when you work a full-time job and then it's like you work your full-time job, you have to sleep, and then you have to like cook, clean, eat, you have your chores and stuff, and then it's like you have very limited time that's left. And it's like, what are you going to fill it with? There's so many things I could fill it with, but I feel like running is number one. YouTube is a close number two. Cooking. It's like I would love to do so many different things, but crafts it doesn't rank high enough on the list of things that I enjoy doing as like a hobby free time activity. So it's really only been for like Vlogmas or special occasion things that I've done crafts. Our uncle taught her how to make a wool. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yep. There are not enough hours in the day. I know. Oh my gosh. Yes, Copper Top. This is something that Rachie and I talk about all the time because currently, like, I really love my job and Rachie really loves her job. It's like we love our fields that we're in. We love, like, great employers. Like, everything is awesome. But of course, like, every day, like Monday through Friday, 8 hours of your day during like the daytime hours, you're working. And so, yeah, it's like working full time limits the amount of things you can do in your day because, a lot of your day is spent working. So I thought, oh, it'd be so nice to, I don't know if I would want to be like a full-time creator, but it would I would love to do like part-time, like be like a part-time YouTube partner person. But I know Rachie for sure is like full-time creator energy. Yeah. Yep. I know. I really feel like it's so true. There's not enough hours in the day when you are working full time, and then there's other things that you want to do in your free time. Because it's like, well, it's the end of the workday. It's 5 p.m., 5:30 p.m. I would like to relax and watch like a movie or a TV show, which I do sometimes. But if there's other stuff that you want to work on and you want to build, it's like, well, you can't just sit, and as much as I would love to, I can't just spend all of my evenings just watching TV or doing kind of like, light activities. I definitely make a point though, because I love my job, 40 hours a week. I love running. I try to run 6 days a week. I like cooking for myself, but it's like in all of that busyness, I also make an effort to plan like visits with friends, movies, just, decide like, okay, while I sit down and eat dinner today, I'm going to watch an episode of my show that I'm watching, or I'm going to hop on a Facebook video chat with a friend. I edited before work, 9 to 5, told myself I would edit again, 5 to 6, and then eat dinner. Yay! Oh, this is so frustrating. I feel like where I'm situated is not ideal for charging my computer, and my computer just told me that I'm running low on battery. So what I'm going to try to do while I have 9% left on my computer battery is scooch over far enough where I can plug in my computer so it doesn't die, because that would be very sad. Because I don't feel like signing off just yet, but I'll probably head out in the next 5 to 10. Oof. Wondering if I could reach that plug-in over there. You must take time for yourselves. It's important. I know. It's so true. Honestly, Copper Top, I learned the lesson of like working yourself not to death. That's like dramatic, but I feel like I started off the year like coming off of New Year's. I was like, I have all of my resolutions and I need to maximize every hour that I'm awake. And I worked myself so hard that I went to a wedding in February, and I think there at least was one person there who had COVID, but I feel like given how underrested I was and just I feel like I just wasn't taking breaks at all. And so I got COVID at the wedding and I was out for like a week and a half. And that is the sickest I have ever felt easily as an adult. It was so vicious. It was like full body, like I lost my sense of smell, sense of taste, like crippling headache, sore throat, heavy, like just like it felt like stifled breathing, and then like extreme fatigue. And I was like, okay, COVID is vicious, like if you get a really nasty strain of it. But I also feel like I was setting myself up to get burned by anything, like any bug that I picked up. Because I just was already not getting enough sleep. And that's something I've learned in adulthood is like I was able to get away with pretty much no sleep in high school and college, but as an adult, let me tell you, no. Hard no. I definitely have to get my full 8 hours or more. Oof. This is something I am going to have to think about the next time I stream from my living room. Let's see if I can get this plugged in. I think I need like an extension cord. Let's see. Oh, so close. So close. Shoot. All right. 1 second, guys. I'll be back. Actually, let me just move you guys even closer. You should make beet smoothies during your next live. Yeah, okay. I am going to be meal prepping again this weekend, probably both days, Saturday and Sunday, because doing it all on one day is just a lot. And I'm going to do my beet smoothies on, I don't know. I haven't decided if I'm going to do Saturday or Sunday. All right, we are just dragging the table all the way back to get to my power outlet, because that's the solution I've got. Perfect. Perfect. Ugh. Goodness. I need a longer computer cord. Although I do like this. This looks fine. Wow. As I wasn't able to have. Got it. Yep. Yeah, it is so rough. I thought it had kind of skipped me over the first like 3 years of the pandemic. But yeah, February of this year, that is when I finally got it. I know, Rach. I'm so, okay, I kind of have this like secret goal, and I'm just going to share it here on this stream, that it would be so fun to hit 1,000 or basically be like crossing at 1,000 for my birthday, which is in less than a month. My birthday is on September 13th. So I think that would be awesome. And then, because I've been mulling over what I would like to do for my subscriber special, like when I hit 1,000. And I think it would be really fun to just have like a birthday cake. Because I was like, what could I do? Like, what's something special? But I think that would be an easy one, because it's like, well, this is the occasion. It's my birthday, and I'm at this milestone. Yeah, that was like you, Rach. You you hit it like I think the day before your birthday. Yeah, that's a great idea. A 1K cake. That would be so fun. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I remember being at your place, Rach, and uh you were like thinking about the timing of it. You had even like mapped out the data where it's like I should be here by this day, I should be here by this day, and it was like basically the timing was your birthday. Yeah, it's exciting to see such rapid growth. Like I take screenshots of I think like the 100. So it's like I took a screenshot of 700, I took a screenshot of 800, and now I'm like, wow, like 900 is so soon. Like let me go and grab I actually printed out the like message that YouTube sends to you when you hit 500. And I just printed it out for myself. I thought about putting it on my vision board. It didn't fit like visually on the board, but I was like, I still want to keep this. I'm not going to just like recycle this. So I keep it on my nightstand in my room. And it's just so cool to see because I was like, oh my gosh, I was so excited when this happened. And now it feels like now that was a while ago. Yeah, I think about clicking something with us. I know. It's so crazy. Yeah, let me go grab it super quick now that my computer is saved and the battery isn't gonna die. Oof. Yeah, I went and printed off it's basically like the email message. I don't know how I think it's just like it's like a screenshot of part of the email message. But yeah, this was what I had printed because I was like, oh, that's so cute. And this is like a GIF thing where it's like, you have enough people to put in a jet. And it shows like a jet. And this is one of the like clips. So I was like, this is a cool milestone. And now 1,000 is coming so quickly. So yeah, I remember like heading into the recent Shirawat Ethiopian video that I posted like a couple weeks ago, I want to say. I was at like 792. And so I was making that and thinking like, I think this one will be like people will like it. People have liked my Ethiopian vlogs. So I'll probably get to like 800 ish, mark by doing this video. And then now I'm like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. What do you need for a play button? Oh, yeah, I've wondered that too. I love seeing them tucked into the back of people's like filming studios or wherever it is that they shoot their YouTube videos. Let me Google that. I would love to know. How many subscribers for a YouTube play button? Yeah, those things are so cool. To be eligible for a YouTube silver play button, a channel must reach 100,000 subscribers. This is the first creator award that a channel can apply for, and some creators have even earned multiple silver play buttons, which makes me wonder, like a gold. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh, 1,000,000 subscribers. Woo! That is crazy. Silver is for 100,000 subs. Gold is for 1 million subs. And diamond is 10 million subs. So, like, Justin Bieber has a diamond play button. Or, like, Marshmallow. I think of, like, the really big YouTubers. Ariana Grande, who is the blondie girl singer. Espresso. Sabrina Carpenter would have one. Yeah. Oh my God, what? Red diamond play button? Whoa, that is so cool. I feel like so because I'm almost to like 1,000 at this point. Like I would, if I were to guess based on like rate of growth, I would guess 1K I will hit like in a month's time, roughly, sometime in September. So I feel like once you've earned like a K in your subscriber count, it's like I feel like 100 of those becomes a little more relatable. Because when you're first starting out, I distinctly remember when I started YouTube, and this was back in September of 2020, and I wasn't niched down at all. It was like a lifestyle. Like I was like, I want to treat this like a personal archive. Like I'm happy that I have this like online fossil time capsule of my life, whatever. Um, but I remember like the growth at that time was so slow because I wasn't attacking YouTube like a business person. I was like, I'm just going to do it to document my life, whatever. And that was fine for me at the time. And I just remember distinctly like where I was, the weather. I was sitting in this like comfy chair outdoors where I was living at the time. And I saw my sub like number tick up to 10, literally two hand 10. And I was so excited that I was in the double digits. And it's so crazy to look back at that and be like, oh my God. It means so much to grow when you are just starting out and you have such a small audience. It's so, so, so exciting. Wow. Wow. 50 million. That's so crazy. 50 million. Gosh, how many people are even at 100 million? Like, I can think of Mr. Beast, but like, does PewDiePie have that many subs? Subscribers. Oh yeah, 111 million. Oh my God. Okay, I need to look this up. Top 10 YouTube subscriber count. Because I know like the big ones. Okay, Mr. Beast. Oh, cool. There's WWE. That makes sense. Coco Melon. I think I know Coco Melon. Oh my God, only 4. Aw, thank you, Jane. It's like Rachel and I were just talking yesterday about like when you're like a smaller, like relatively speaking, when you're a smaller channel, it's like you really do have to like be consistent and try to find like whenever you can post something or find ways to grow. But I feel like the key is if you just keep going and you stay consistent and you follow the plan, it's pretty much guaranteed that you'll grow to the size you want. I mean, I would say like triple digit millions, that's like exceptional. But if the goal is monetization, I would say like right now, my goal for YouTube is to just have it be like a part-time job. Like I currently, like I say this, it could change in the future, but I love my full-time job and I think it'd be really cool to have YouTube be kind of like my side hustle where it's like I'm working part-time, in the evenings and over the weekend, and earning money from that. But it's like I really do like my job where I can't imagine at least like right away completely dipping out of my full-time job. Masala Singh, it's good to be your own boss. Yes, absolutely. T-Series, Coco Melon, Sony, and Mr. Beast. I think PewDiePie, though, has 111. There's a lot of controversy over this because the top channels tend to be entire entertainment companies. Should be categories. Yeah, that's the thing is like, because like WWE is like high up there too. And it's fine. I think like it's a good business idea to just be on social media on any platform you want. But for me, I think like it's really, really, really impressive when it's an individual who's the creator, and they have a team too, but it's like, yeah, I feel like when it's like a huge corporation, they have just like so much money to throw at it, tons of people on payroll. I mean, they can attack it like from such a corporate point of view as opposed to an individual creator. So I lean toward, I'm like, I think the individual is cooler. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. I know. It's wild. There's a lot of people I follow now where I remember them when they were much more like solopreneur, and yeah. Yeah, but a lot of my YouTubers now who have gotten like super, super big, like they're in the, hundreds of thousands. Some of them are getting close to 1 million, some over 1 million now. um, they now have teams and they talk about their teams, and yeah, just like the manpower behind them. And I'm like, I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say because you don't know exactly how it all will play out. But I kind of like having just like my own like YouTube channel. It's just like my life. It's strange to think about there being a team for my channel. But at the same time, I have heard about people who are like, yep, if you want to grow and you get to a certain point, I mean, you can't do everything yourself because, it's good to outsource some things and have specialists doing your tech stuff, your marketing, whatever. But I think it'd be relieving, but also really hard to have. I know, that's how I feel too. I feel such ownership over the whole process where you post something and you're like, I did all of that myself. That was all me. I'm so proud of it. And I feel that way about thumbnails. I feel that way about the editing cuts and the images if I'm going to like overlay an image while I'm talking in a video or something. I don't know. There is like a certain sense of pride that I take where it's like, I did all of this. This is my work. Like all of this was my work. Thank you, Jane. Yeah, yep. I know. I do love like, I've talked to Rachie about this a lot, but just like having my own like little carve out of the YouTube universe where, you have the people who tune in. It's not this like behemoth business enterprise. It's just like, this is me, this is my life. I have people who I can connect with online, but it's just, it's like a small business. I think, a lot of small businesses are like, we're local, like we know our customers, we're not huge like, the chain restaurants and the chain businesses. Ooh, look at the sunset. Shoot, I'm facing the wrong way. It's like I can kind of gauge it off the building that I face. I can see some pink. But yeah, if I wanted to see the sunset, unfortunately, I would have to like exit. Like I'd have to like go outside because I don't have a way to see west from where I'm at. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm just rolling my legs with this lovely foam roller. Both encouraged me so much. You're welcome, Jane. Yeah, there's just something so rewarding about YouTube. I really love it. And being consistent too. I like I mean, only just this year I decided, I was like, I'm going to be consistent about this and have kind of like a consistent look with my thumbnails and, you know, post every Monday at a certain time so people know what to expect. Because that's what all the very successful creators say, like, you got to be consistent, like, you know, just, you can't just be like waffling all over the place and people are like, what's going on? So it's helped for sure. I mean, I look at my growth now and I'm like, oh my gosh, I never would have dreamed about this even just like a couple of years ago. But I really think the key is just consistency, and I don't know. I'm trying to think what else. Consistency, maybe like thumbnails, shorts. Rachie, I'm crediting that to you. Like, just, oh my goodness. Just post shorts. I like making shorts too. Kind of like chopping up the long form video and being like, all right, this is what I'm going to do with this piece at the end or at the beginning. So, and now live streams. I think lives are so fun. So much fun. Well, guys, let's see. Is it like after 8:15? I do have some work that I'm going to knock out this evening for my job, actually. I can work during the day, but oh my God, I feel like I just come alive in the evening, especially like after a run. It's like a break from the rest of the, like, it's kind of like this refresh where it's like I get out, I run, I come back, and then I have this like second wind where I just love working in the evening. Those are like my prime hours. I always did my homework and everything in the evening between like 8 p.m. and 2 a.m. It's just like brain is at full speed in the evening. And there's something that I want to get knocked out tonight so that I can just have like a chill Friday. I like to do that too, where it's like, I don't know, just get it done and then coast into the weekend without having a super stressful Friday. Yes, Rach, you should definitely come and work at my place tomorrow. Just like, was it yesterday? Yeah, you were over here yesterday as well. So as much as I just want to stay on all night, I get kind of sad like exiting these lives. But I am planning to be on at least once this weekend, and then maybe twice. I love that. And Jane, you should get some sleep because it's now like 2:17 in Sheffield. Yes, I will be live this weekend, and I'll probably post about it. I try to do that so people kind of know when I'm going to be on. So I'm going to go shower off because I'm still nasty from my run, and eat some food and get some work done. But I will see all of you on the weekend. I can see the hearts reach. Yes, they're very cute. So I had a couple of hours already. Aw, cute. Thank you, Masala Singh. You're new. I haven't seen you. I didn't see you in my last live, so it's nice to hear from you. All right, everybody. This is the end of the live. I hate signing off, but I will be back on in a couple of days or on Sunday. So 2 to 3 days from now. Until then, bye. Thanks for tuning in. Always fun to see you all in the chat. Bye.